Well, I'll tell you this, that's a team that certainly learned how to overcome adversity. They missed their first qualifying session because of mechanical failure. But you know what? Back in 2007, Dale and his wife, Tanya, lost their business in Sully, Iowa. A Category 2 tornado flattened their welding operation, and they had to rebuild it from the ground, had to rebuild their home. And so having to come from behind to get back into the healthy part of their lives again isn't anything new for them.
That guy. And Dan Pomponio credits his son Dan Jr. because he has actually worked with some other teams recently, including Rich McNulty from Pennsylvania and Randy Meyer. The kid has been on tour, and that has really made a big difference in how they tune this funny car.
Dan Pomponio, the last first-time winner. He was the 92nd. We're about ready to have our 93rd.
Yeah, you know what? It can happen. And you know what, Dan Pomponio, he's certainly working his way into the elite of the top alcohol funny car category based on his performance this year.
Oh, trouble in the right lane. Pomponio will go the distance today in Charlotte.
563, 260 miles an hour, and Dan Pomponio continues to ramble. How about that? 2 national event wins, 2 Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series wins, came in with the points lead nationally, and now he'll definitely leave with it.
Saw there were problems in the right lane almost immediately. Vicious tire shake and necessitated getting off the throttle and getting back on. And by then, Dan Pomponio was just rocking and rolling down the left-hand lane.
Not a problem at all for Dan Pomponio. But you know what? He hadn't had many problems this year so far anyway.
What a great story we have developing here in top alcohol funny cars. Pomponio, we've said it all day, just the success that he has had in 2013. I wonder how he's going to like having a bullseye on his back. John Kernan can ask him that question.
Indeed.
Can Trinidad and Tobago take the win in the left lane, or will it be the Michigan man in the right?
Boy, could things be any more contrasting than between these two drivers? Bill Reichert, the 61-year-old veteran, the 5-time Lucas Oil champion, against a guy who's actually got a degree in theology back home. Very spiritually programmed Rishi Kanek, and so far, whatever spiritual connections he has, they seem to be working this year.
Yes, they do. The Rizlone machine runs on mean. We've seen that time and again, but this drag racing thing can be fickle on any given day. Can he become the next first-time winner in top alcohol dragster at his first national event? Remember Steve Torrance did that back in Topeka, 2005.
Corey McClellan, 1989, Denver.
Bingo. Red light, good night. He left before the tree was activated, handing the win to Bill Reichert, who is having problems of his own. Rishi not going to be happy about the outcome of that, as Reichert takes yet another national event win. Down to John Kernan.
And Dan Pomponio's crew just showed up to celebrate their 4th win of the season. Just unbelievable. And Dan, how's it feel to have that target on your back?
Oh, I don't know that I like the target on the back, but it must be doing something good. It is great. 4 wins in a row. 2 regionals, 2 nationals. It doesn't get any better than this. Thank you, everybody. Everybody involved, my sponsors, my associates, people back at Precision where I work, they put up with me with this. Fred, everybody, thank you very much. Yeah!
Make sure you take that Wally and show it to him.
But we're going to have a first-time 4-wide winner guaranteed. Will it be Hector Arana Jr.? Will it be Scotty Polachek? Perhaps Jimmy Underdahl in the Suzuki? What about Eddie Krawick? How about a comeback for that team that's been putting that new Harley-Davidson combination together?
Well, based on paper, it should be Arana Jr. As you take a look at the ladder, I mean, Hector Arana Jr. is our #1 qualifier, and he's advanced to the final and also has the quickest elapsed time, a 6:85 from the previous round. We have a pair of 93s and then a 6:94 for Eddie Krawick in the semifinals.
And this is how they will stack up. In lane #1, it will be Scotty Polachek, who looks to become the 41st winner in class history. In lane #2, it's going to be the point leader no matter what happens. Hector Arana took the opening win at Gainesville. In lane #3, Eddie Krawick. He would have his 21st career race win. He can go the distance. Then there's Jimmy Underdahl, whose 2nd final ever, his first since Brainerd of 2010. He also could be the sport's 41st different winner.
Of course, Scotty Polachek is riding for George and Jackie Bryce, Star Racing. He's won races with 9 different riders prior, 78 overall. But remember, George has also won as a rider tuner.
Done are the days, though, of being first or second. This is the final, and there is only one. First bike to cross the finish line wins it all. Scotty Polacek with a perfect reaction time, but it's going to be Hector Arana Jr. who takes the win. That's a #1 qualifier that has gone the distance today.
Wow, Hector had the best performing motorcycle coming in the final, and he needed it. He was last off the line, but had a good reaction time, 0.28. But as you said, Dave, that perfect light by Scotty Polacek made Hector Arana Jr. have to drive around him. And Eddie Krawiec, though, he was second with that 6:92 elapsed time. He's your runner-up.
Hector grabs his 5th win for his father's team, his 2nd in a row to start the 2013 season.
Huh? You won it.
It's such a great rookie year.
Right there. That's
He's on his way to a championship. Looks good early, Tommy Johnson.
Hector, second time only the Pro Stock motorcycles have ran 4 wide. I know you wish it would have been you, but I bet you're pretty happy papa right now.
I sure am. I'm so proud of my son. He's done an excellent job, so I cannot ask for any more. He's done his job today.
Dominant performance from the #1 qualifying position.
And finishing and winning the race. Can I ask for more? He's done his best, and I got to be proud to my sponsor. I got to give thanks to my sponsor, Lucas Oil, because they're the one that made this happen for my son also.
Great job by the Arana family.
Well, Hector, we hear from a very emotional and a very happy dad, obviously. Tell us what it's like to walk out of here, 4-wide competition with a Wally for the first time.
Wow. It's amazing. You know, this 4-wide is definitely a challenge. I had to beat a couple people. I had to beat Eddie Krawiec 3 times. I was able to do it. So, you know, I just got to thank everybody that helped us get there. Lucas Oil, Larry Morgan, he helps us with the engines a lot, and I know he's struggling, he's busy, but he's still able to do it and help us. BMRS hoses and wires. Brooke Reynolds out in California, biggest pecan farm out there, and pistachios. And just, man, everybody, Worldwide Bearings. All the guys back at Lucas, the maintenance crew that built our new shop that's allowing us to get these bikes ready in time. And, you know, I also got to give a prayer out there for everybody in Boston, what they went through. So just thanks a lot, guys. I'm loving it.
Well done.
And with Scotty Polacek, first ever final, a perfect light. I mean, you know, you almost got it all done there. Describe this experience.
You know, it's been great. I really got to thank my Sovereign Star Racing team, my wife Susan, everybody on this team has been working so hard, and to get us to a final, you know, we're doing everything we can out here, and excuse me, we're just getting better all the time.
Need to get a little mellow yellow and drink it down to clear that dry throat.
To put it all into words, absolutely. It's Pro Stock time now, where the final 4 just completed their burnouts. Over there in lane number 3, that's where Greg Anderson will start. A winless streak that goes 18 races long. But he's the only guy to win this race more than one time, looking for his 3rd in 4 years of racing here. Lane number 1, that's going to be Shane Gray. His last win on the tour was at Topeka 2011. 42 race winless streak for him. In lane number 2, Mike Edwards has started every race from the #1 spot, but has yet to hold a trophy. And then in lane number 4, it's going to be Erica Ender-Stevens, looking for her 2nd race win of the season. She happened to get it, bragging rights in the family household with her husband Richie Stevens. Be tough because they'd be all squared up with 6 national event wins each.
Mike Edwards spent 2 days earlier this week on Monday and Tuesday doing a lot of test runs in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He said they made a lot of changes. Some worked, some didn't, but it looks like they kept all the ones that did work. And you see Interstate batteries on the side of the car. That's the primary sponsor of the next 4 races.
Handicap this one there, analyst.
Mike Edwards, lane choice, takes the 2nd lane. Shane Gray had this lane number 2 every time. That seemed to be the lane of choice. We'll see how it affects Shane. He's got a very good race car.
Everybody's away clean.
It got him. Look at Edwards.
It's going to be Mike Edwards, his 2nd 4-wide win. He hits the stripe just ahead of Erica Ender-Stevens, who comes up close. That's the 2nd consecutive #1 qualifier to go the distance. Can we do it 2 more times today?
And with Erica Ender-Stevens, Of course, you can see the disappointment on her face. It seems like each time I see you down here, you got that disappointed look. But I guess that win will be coming soon, huh?
Yeah, we're certainly working hard at it. And I'll tell you what, 3 runner-up finishes in the last 2 race weekends. I know a lot of our competitors would certainly trade places with us. You know, going up there, we've been in the lane 4 all day, and that's what our crew chiefs went with. And I'm really proud of them. We were super light on clutch. I know that we could have run right with Mike. And, you know, it's like you said, it's disappointing, but I'm proud for my team. I can't thank Charter Communications. Victor Cagnazzi has put a lot into this program. My dad, Gaston Kirby. Dadgummit, maybe in Houston in my hometown next week. We'll see.
We'll see you in the hometown.
Well, a sip of mellow yellow. Tell me what it's like here. You've been the #1 qualifier. You've had the car to beat all season, but this is the first time now that you're holding on to the Wally. I would think it's a special moment.
It is a special moment, Gary, but first and most is give God all the praise and glory. Without him, none of this is possible. So feels good to win. You know, it's been a long time. We've run really, really good this year. So finally come out and seal the deal and set the record and do all that. What an awesome weekend. Just hats off to Norm Miller, Interstate, founder of I Am Second. Thank you, Norm, for all you've done for us. And Steve Williams at K&N and all the great people that have supported us. My team, they're getting better and better and better. I'm just so proud of my guys and Paul and Dan at the shop. Just it's a great day for us, and I'm just real happy. And like I said, I thank the God.
I want to throw one little footnote out there. This is your 35th career win. There's a guy by the name of Don Garlitz who also had 35 in his career. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes, sir, it does.
I'm talking about.
Well, the one thing we definitely know, Tommy Johnson, we're guaranteed to have our 5th different race winner to start this season. The last time that happened, 5 years ago.
Well, I can tell you guys, the crew chiefs made their way up here before the finals. They had a surprise. They were not going to spray the starting line the first 60 feet with the VHT traction compound. I think maybe they threw a fit, or, you know, they don't like change. Crew chiefs don't like change, so a little bit of gnawing in the ear, maybe you change that. They went ahead and sprayed it, so conditions should be the same. Track's cooling down. It should be a good final round.
Yeah, and you take a look at the weather, 64, that was the predicted high, but we got a breeze out there. It feels like it's in the 50s right now.
It's chilly.
Talking with Tim Wilkerson in between the semifinals and the finals, he told me he anticipated no major tune-up changes. They're just going to keep the car the same. Remember, they had an ignition problem during the first session of qualifying on Saturday. Ever since they got that fixed, the car has been running really well. To quote Tim, he said, we're just going to put it back together, drag it back up there, and see if they can whoop us.
Well, the last time a man named Head stood in the winner's circle, it was Memphis 1997. It was Jim. It was a top fuel dragster. He got by my broadcast partner Mike Dunn on that day.
On a hole shot in the semi.
And Chad Hewitt, just his 2nd race day start.
Nope.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Matt Hagan, lane 2. He loves it now.
First time, yes. First time in 2 years, Matt Hagan can finally say, I've won a national event. He's not only won a national event, he's won 4 wides in lane number 2, as you said.
And he was impressive. Who's afraid of lane 2? Not Matt Hagan. Hey, we don't care. Whatever lane we think's the best, that's where we're going to go. Watch Matt Hagan right down the middle of that racetrack. Everybody else was kind of having some problems, including Tim Wilkerson, who got that thing all kinds of sideways after he tried to backpedal it when it spun the tires. Matt Hagan, though, had a very good race car all day long. That 407 gets him the trophy.
His 6th career win, the points lead. Not too bad for the driver of the Magneti Morelli Mopar.
Dickie Venables joining this team this year. I know that has to be a big relief to go out here and get your first win of the season.
It really is. You know, we didn't have a lot of time when all this started, beginning of the year. They had tested the car in West Palm, but I wasn't there and our guys weren't there. So I'm just so proud of the guys. They've stuck with us and worked through this, and Matt's done a phenomenal job behind the wheel, and we're excited, believe me.
Well, you got rid of that Matt Hagan lane 2 curse this weekend with a win. That's a great way to do that.
Yeah, it really is. You know, I didn't realize how much of an impression that left, and my guys reminded me of it.
Great job.
All right, thanks.
Tell me how much better it is, considering the drama that you've had at this racetrack in four-wide history in the past, to this very moment.
It's just so for real. I mean, we got a super team this year. I just got a lot of thank yous, you know, with if you know anything or want a part for your car, Magneti Morelli is a place to get in. Don't forget to get some Rocky boots. But after all that's said and done, I tell you, my brother, he's been in surgery late and open for 11 hours this weekend. This goes to him. Love him to death. You know, but we got a lot of guys that are on the team that hadn't won yet, so it's so for real. And I just can't believe it. We got a great group here: Dickie Venerable, Don Schumacher Racing, everybody that's done this. It's just awesome. And it's been so long since we won, and to come back here and do this with a new team as green as we are, as early in the season it's just showing so much promise. And you know, my wife, my kids, everybody that supports us out here, my father, my family, I just can't say thank you enough. And it just,
show me that dance move one more time before we go.
I don't know if I can do it again.
That was good stuff.
Hey, thank you, guys.
It's no big deal because we got it on replay, Matt. Well, here we go with Top Fuel. We're the only driver among the four left that has won the four-wide nationals is Spencer Massey. His crew chiefs are now 10-1 racing here at the four-wide. But standing in his way, some very potent cars that include Sean Langdon, the #1 qualifier, who's over in lane number 3. Tony Schumacher, who went 380 in the semifinals, is in lane number 2. And then there's Brandon Bernstein, whose last win came at the finals last year when he beat Tony Schumacher. All kinds of storylines here.
And another storyline for Spencer Massey. He wants to celebrate today because April 21st is a huge day in his career. 5 years ago on this date, Spencer won his very first Top Fuel race. It was an IHRA event at Rockingham.
Did he just pull it off again? Yes, he did. Spencer Massey wins. What a great race between lanes 1 and 2. Schumacher comes up just close, just short. Wow, that was close.
How about Phil Schuler and Todd Okahara? I mean, man, they're pretty much unbeatable here, but you know, Spencer Massey was on his game, good reaction time. Sean Langdon, you saw him spin the tires down track. That left it between these two, Tony Schumacher and Spencer Massey, and just by a nose, Spencer Massey gets the win. Great race.
And with all the drama that team went through in the offseason, Spencer Massey's back with Don Schumacher Racing, and he's back in the winner's circle, Tommy.
Phil Schuler, you and Todd have an outstanding record at this racetrack. Is there any secret to it?
We just seem to have good luck when we come here. We have a decent race car. Spencer wins some rounds for us, and we just seem to have a good car. It's a whole team effort.
I watched Todd up here with you, and he's walking around. You can tell he's got a little kick in his step. He's confident. You guys love this track.
Oh, definitely. We love coming to the four wides.
Great job.
Helmet comes off for Spencer Massey. The mouth guard will be out momentarily. Wow, back-to-back wins in four-wide competition. And John Kerner was mentioning that it was 5 years ago on this date that you won for the first time in a Top Fuel ride. So you tell us, how special is this moment?
This is unbelievable. I mean, to stand here and hold this Wally 2 years in a row, this is amazing. I mean, after the start of the season, we wanted to do a little bit better, and now, hey, we got this Wally. We got into the Traxxas Shootout. That's what we really want to do, defend the Traxxas Shootout. This battery extender car is doing awesome, flawless all day long, and boy, I don't care what it ran. I don't care what my light was. The wind light came on. It's awesome. Thank you, everybody back at home, everybody at Schumacher Racing. We wouldn't do it without you guys. Awesome.
Congratulations.